All right, Rhino. Second fight of the night. Second fight of the night, we have Daniela Kralickova. I'm sorry, I do not want to murder her name, but Daniela Kralickova. She's entering the ring. She's from Sacramento, California. She is 1-0 as an amateur. Sacktown, that is the home of course, Alpha Male. And matter of fact, Uriah Faber, who is from Alpha Male, started that one from Sacramento, California. He was at the last Tough-N-Uff fights.
Oh, yeah, I seen him there. Crazy. No, a lot of talent coming out of Sacramento. She's actually from the Nick Diaz Academy, which has some killers, as we all know. So really excited to see her perform tonight.
And coming to the ring in the red corner, we have Carol Massot. Now, Carol, she is 0-1 as an amateur. And as we kind of talked off camera, the fact that a lot of the fighters that'll be in the red corner are out of Extreme Couture, which is Randy Couture's gym, a gym that you've trained at for a long time, so you know, and you've seen a lot of these people. But one thing is for certain, just like the last fight that we had with Emmanuel Aguilera, fighters that are coming out of Extreme Couture, they know how to fight. Oh,
absolutely. No, Extreme Couture could be a little biased, but we're definitely one of the best gyms in the world. But this other person's trying to come in here and take what she wants too. So nothing but great fight. Both these girls look forward to get the win tonight.
And you can kind of see and look at the matchup here. We have Carol, 19 years old versus 24 years old. Okay, but 5'6" versus 5'2". That's a bit of a disparity there.
That could definitely be a reach advantage for Carol tonight. I definitely think Carol's more of a grappler, so I'm definitely looking forward to see a takedown.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the ring with Mark Cornell for the fighters.
This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds at a Tuff-N-Uff 125-pound weight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 1 win, 0 losses. She stands 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds, fighting out of Sacramento, California, representing Stockton MMA, Daniela Kralickova. And now, introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She's a BJJ specialist, amateur record, 0 wins, 1 loss. She stands 5 foot 6 tall, weighing in at 125 pounds, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, representing Extreme Couture, Carol Massot.
All right, Rhino, we have 2 fighters here, the 2 ladies getting going in the second fight. Carol out of Extreme Couture and Daniela out of Sacramento, California with the Diaz brothers out there. So here we are.
This should be definitely a great fight. I kind of expect some grappling between these 2 ladies.
One thing I always look for, I don't know if you look for this, but the demeanor of the fighters, whether they look nervous, whether they look excited.
Oh, come out swinging nice. They're swinging, letting it go.
And the left hooks by Daniela, throwing a lot of lefts, and
Carol came out very aggressive.
Counter with the right. Right now, Daniela has Carol up against the cage. Looks like she's trying to get herself a takedown here.
Yeah, it looked like she's going for that headlock, but doing a good job, has her press on the cage.
Bringing the action right to us over here, Rhino.
Oh, yeah, right in front of us. Love it. Both girls kind of going back and forth on the cage control. Some knees by Daniela. Looks like Carol really wants a headlock right here.
It does look that way.
Kind of needs to go the other way, though, with the headlock.
Maybe trying to transition to somewhat of a hip toss?
Yeah, but Daniela doing a great job of getting control now, working the body shots, and now she has Carol pressed up to the cage, and she's taking control. Good knee to the body by Daniela.
All right, so we have a little action up against the cage, similar to the last fight in the sense that it's going for a lot of position over here.
Love it. Daniela got a good underhook, looking to use that, but Carol gets the takedown. Beautiful takedown.
All right.
Trying to work the back right here. Oh, she's a little high. Daniela might reverse her. Daniela back on the feet. Carol's on the back, though.
So right now, he's maybe trying to get that arm to
Yeah, Carol looks like she can go for an arm bar right here, but Daniela, has to be safe, of course, but she could start to elevate. Carol looks a little bit high. Daniela elevates, starts shaking. She might be in a better position. But Carol doing a good job of working control.
Maybe
looks
trying
like
to slide in a rear naked choke.
Yeah, it looks like she's getting that. But Daniela's safe.
Some hammer fist from the back. And anyone who trains with the Diaz brothers are very susceptible to doing some jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Daniela's well prepared for some jiu-jitsu tonight, but Carol's doing a great job controlling, has a wrist control. And
got a body lock now.
Yeah, that figure four body lock's hard to get out of, and she keeps threatening that rear naked choke.
So very controlled round here.
Yeah, Carol has that figure four body lock. That's a hard position to get out of. Just hooking the leg.
It's squeezing.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight.
Does that affect your breathing when you're down on the...
Oh, yeah. It's a very uncomfortable position. Definitely restricts the breathing. Beautiful performance by Carol so far.
Another exciting round, especially a first round here for the Operation Knockout.
Beautiful fight. Beautiful round. Kind of like similar to the first one. They come out swinging into control. Love to see it.
That's right. All right, so Carol comes out and basically dominates the first round.
Yeah.
A lot of...
Lands some good shots those first 15 seconds. I mean, it was Hook City.
You can hear
left,
Carol
left,
comes
right.
out, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Immediately gets cage control after the hard shots.
Yeah, looked like she was going for a hip toss there.
She definitely
maybe?
looked like she was working that headlock, but, she got control off of Daniela's takedown. She reversed her, ended up on top with the back, actually.
That's what it was.
Right here, yeah.
So Daniela went for the takedown and then...
Yeah, it looked like Daniela was going for a little throw by, a little hip toss, and Carol just used the momentum and took her back. Got wrist control immediately, was threatening that rear naked. Great performance.
Some nice hammer fist there. So round one likely going to Carol. Massot from Extreme Couture. Daniela, I guess they're both in black. Daniela's the black with white. Carol in the all black. Nice cornrows.
Come out swinging again. Nice hands by Carol. A little left, right. Daniela returns with the right hand.
Oh! One thing that Carol is not doing is leaving that left hand up. She's very susceptible to that right hand.
Man, she is throwing and keeping her hands at her waist, and she's getting hit back.
Yeah.
Daniela has her press up on the cage again right now.
Danielle did a very good job of throwing that right hand up against Carol there. Maybe your corner told her that, hey, that round one didn't go your way. You need to go out there and get that second round.
Absolutely. It looks like she's doing the right adjustments right now. She has her press up against the cage. Carol kind of has her little front headlock here, but Daniela, not really a threat, throwing some knees, fighting hands.
But one thing that Daniela is doing is keeping control, something that she didn't have a whole lot of in that first round. Obviously, she was on her back.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is definitely a better position. And even this front headlock, she's fighting the hands and she's still working. Looks like Carol's trying to go for some sort of trip, but Daniela just doing a good job pressuring into the cage.
And as a fighter, if you're pressed up against the cage with knees like that, they kind of to your thighs and whatnot, are they more annoying than painful, or do some of those hurt?
Man, you definitely feel them, and you don't want to sit there and take those throughout the fight because they'll definitely start to add up. But Carol's doing the right thing. She's trying to start to move a little bit. But Daniela she looks strong. She looks strong.
And as we alluded to in the first fight, to see if the referee would kind of move them off the cage to get the action back into the center of the cage.
That was a good stop. I like that. I like that break right there. There wasn't too much action. Both girls in the middle right now.
Daniela keeping her hands up high, but Carol looks a little bit gassed a little bit. She's not throwing many jabs or anything like that. Neither one of them are throwing jabs, but there you go.
Yeah, Carol looks a little bit more tired, and Daniela's starting to bring the heat now. Big overhand right.
Massive overhand right. Oh. Carol responds with a left hand, but Daniela has been throwing a lot of overhand rights that she's connected with in this round. Now going for a takedown, and got Carol pressed up against the cage. Back to the same position that we had just on the other side of the cage a moment ago, with Daniela pressing Carol up against the cage.
Daniela's doing a great job of just heavy pressure. Look how she's putting her head into Carol's chin. That takes away that position. That's a really strong position to press someone on the cage, get them out of their position by turning their head with her head. And she's doing a great job of that.
Gotcha. It looks like she's trying to clap.
Carol reverse. It looks like she kind of wants a headlock again, but gives it up. Daniela back in control. And I love what she's doing here. She's putting that head up in the chin, turning Carol's head, and it's a great way to control on the cage.
And if anything, these little knees that are going to the midsection here to the body will take a lot out of that gas tank that's already seems like it was running just a little bit low here in the second round.
Oh, absolutely. Those add up. You can kind of see it in Carol a little bit. She's breathing a little bit heavier this round. Those are definitely starting to add up and pay its toll. Great round, Daniela. I think Daniela got that one.
So as a fight, this is a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
1 round apiece, essentially likely 1 round apiece for both the fighters. So all the marbles here in this third round, taking a look at some of the action here, you can see Carol throwing the left hand, Daniela throwing the right hand. There it is, right over the overhand right.
It's like little rock'em sock'em robots in the middle of the cage. I love it.
You can almost see, I think that's something that Daniela probably trained on, left, overhand right over the top.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job. She's had a lot of success with that double jab to that overhand. I mean, I wouldn't stop it if I was her. I'd keep going to it. It's landing, it's working, and she hits pretty hard, it looks like.
Yeah, there's still water in that well.
Yeah. Carol looks like she's breathing a little bit heavier going third round, but we'll see what happens.
It's good to see there. You had Dewey Cooper, who's a staple here in Las Vegas.
Legend.
In the corner, yes, an absolute legend in the corner of Daniela. So Daniela, Kralickova, and Carol Massot, round number 3 here, Operation Knockout. Let's go. If you're Daniela, you need to get that jab out there. You need to get the jab out there. If you're Carol,
she needs to keep her hands up a little bit more, too. She's throwing that jab, but she keeps her hands down, and Daniela's capitalizing on it.
One thing I can see from just that a second ago, Carol is swinging for the trees.
Absolutely. She is throwing with everything she has, but she's landed a couple hard shots, but Daniela's definitely capitalizing with the hands going back to the waist.
Yes, yes.
Daniela again has her pressed up on the cage here. She's working an underhook, controlling the inside bicep.
Daniela trying to get herself a takedown. Fighter still going for position here. All right, we got 2 minutes left in the round. It's essentially still somewhat even.
Absolutely, there wasn't too much going on now. Carol just caught that teep kick, looking to get a takedown. Takes her back. Oh, she jumps on the back, and Daniela is trying to reverse her, but Carol has control.
It looked like she almost reversed it, but it looks like she's going to spin into a mount.
Yeah, no, it looks like Carol landed in a mount, and she's on top of Daniela right now, dropping some heavy shots.
Don't want to get too high there, though, do you?
No, and that's a position, even right here where she's at, Daniela could elevate, shake her off, but again, Carol does a really good job getting that figure 4 body lock and just controlling the position.
And it looks like she's squeezing with that body lock.
Yeah, that's a tight lock. That's a hard position to get out of. And again, it restricts the breathing. It's very uncomfortable. And Carol's doing a great job controlling right here. Landing some pepper shots.
And so far, with a minute and 13, 12 counting, Carol has done a very good job of kind of bouncing back from that last round.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I definitely give that last round Daniela. She was controlling, landing some heavy shots, but kind of how we saw in the first round. Carol got back to her position, that figure 4 body lock, controlling it, and I would like to see her maybe threaten some more of those rear naked chokes like she was doing in the first round, too.
Yeah, it looks like the referee is very intent to make sure that, you know, Carol is doing something.
Absolutely.
Know what I mean?
That figure 4 body lock, that's a good position. She's landing some shots right here.
Looked like maybe she was trying to soften her up and throw that arm in there to get that rear naked choke that you were talking about.
If Daniela wants to break this lock, she has to get her hip to the side where the lock is. That's how she's going to get out of this position. Right now,
So
Carol's in a good spot. Yes. Daniela needs to go to her right to where that lock is, and now, and that will help break that lock.
Gotcha.
But Carol doing a good job controlling here, fighting hands, wrist control.
And she's throwing enough little peppering shots to kind of keep everything active so the referee stays off of her. Held the position for the entire round.
8 seconds left. She's definitely probably going to finish this round position she's had. Good hammer shots. Great fight.
Very good fight. Very good fight.
Daniela's tough, though, man. She was throwing some haymakers. Those heavy right hands. Surprised Carol took some of those shots. Those are heavy.
You're absolutely right. I could feel the wind over here.
You know?
Specifically at the beginning of this third round, she was throwing some heat. But
absolutely.
You can see Carol here has this position, that body lock that is, it's been essential in the first and the third round. She used it to try to go for somewhat of a submission, but mainly to maintain control, and looked like she got herself that round.
Yeah, no, she got to that figure four body lock quick. There was really no in-between time with that transition. She ended up there, took him out, right to that figure four body lock, and controlled it.
Very even fight. Very good fight. Very good fight. And you can see some of the people that are in the corner over here with Carol, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a little bit of jiu-jitsu background, I'd say. No, great fight, great performance by both ladies.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And this is what I was telling you earlier. Just what's great about the amateurs is this is where you get that experience before you go pro. You know, you want the tough fights. You want the fights that can go the distance, because at the end of the day, it's all just experience right now, because when you go pro, you start 0-0.
Gotcha. All right, Mark Coronel is inside of the cage, and it looks like we do have a decision with this fight. Let's go ahead and go into the cage with Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Massot! Give these fighters a hand, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to war for y'all.
So there you have it. Carol Massot wins, unanimous decision. Not much suspense on the unanimous decision here, but a great fight. Rounds number 1, rounds number 3 obviously went to Carol.
Yeah, that was a great fight. Daniela's got to hang her head high, though, because she did a great job tonight. But Carol just did a really good job of getting those takedowns, going to full mount, getting that figure four body lock, controlling the fight.
All right. You still have the 2 fighters inside of the cage taking pictures and smiling. Obviously, you should be smiling after you won yourself a fight. But we're going to go ahead and get back into the cage with Mark Coronel so he can get the red and the blue corners in for our next bout.